Hi, good morning. I'm sharing my screen. Okay. Let to open that file. Just like you can go ahead. Okay. Any doubts in the yesterday class regarding that creating the banners and how we can link up that keyframes with the existing elements? Let me open the same one in the browser. Yeah, please. Okay. I hope there is no doubt on the thing like this animation, something like this keyframes, how it will work it.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you explain that keyframes?
Okay. Sure. Okay. What we have created is something like we have created one section called ID as a banner. For that one, we are going to create the keyframes. The keyframes in the sense like which it will be help us to do the animation. Animation in the sense something like how our sliding is happening. It means something slow moving and all. By this like what will be happening our look and feel and just like it's an one type of performance like the look and feel it will be good to making that one we can create our keyframes with the different percentages. It means for that 25% like what color and what type of css you should be considering it. I have given as a background image and with the
the
color.
25% is the size of that particular picture.
Not a picture, but the particular. I mean, like the total, like whatever section is available, right? That is available at up to 100%. It means while this animation duration is happening, it means for each and every 5 seconds, it'll be happening,
Hmm.
right? For the
Hmm.
25% time, it means like first time. Next is for the 50%. Next is for the
Okay.
75%. Like that, animation will be getting started.
Yeah.
That is the way how our animation it will be getting started. 25%, 50%, and 75% like that. And here we are mentioning that animation with the what are the keyframes names will be linked up with our particular transition. I mean like particular animation with that like it will include the same thing. And this animation duration is nothing but a for how many seconds it should be happening. For example, if I keep as a 1 second, I refresh, see, for each and every second, like it's keep on like rotating it, like that animation duration. Okay, specify for how many seconds once. It should be changing from one percentage to another percentages. That is the thing. How you can specify our animation duration. And next is something like a animation iteration count. I specify as a 10 times. See, like it's getting stopped. It means like that and all, like it's happened that many times and like it's getting stopped. It means like from the 24% to 100%, like it'll be started up to 10 times and it's been stopped. That is the way how our animation works to just like make our UI looks good. That is the thing, something like how our animation it starts the working. However, animation, it'll start working. Is it clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And one doubt, like, yeah, we discussed about the positions properties in the CSS, no, right?
Position.
That no, only one thing I taken, right? Something like sticky, like something. I think so, no. But let me check our developer guide. Okay. Before going to that, like, you guys can write the note for our animation related. What are the percentages like you want to apply it? Something like you can apply the thing like. However you want to apply it, you can apply your own thing, something like. Just like what the percentage in case like you want to apply it, like you can apply this one. This is the way whatever the I mean like banner like we'll be creating with the keyframes that we can link up with our CSS. We can link up with our CSS. Okay. Next, let's see about the bar shadow and border radius with our just like bar shadow property. We need to understand it as well as we can go with the bar, I mean like border radius. These are all features like we can easily see and just like understand. I mean like bar shadow and like how we can apply them with the different CSS, the different things, something like. And in the same example, I'm going to create something like one more section called user. Just either idea class, I'm going to create it, something like user. I'm going to specify here something like I'm from user section. I'm from user sections. And for this user, I'm going to create our box shadow property, something like to declare what kind of things you should be getting happen. For that user class, I'm going to put in something like some width property as a 25% or just like something like anything like whatever the percentages you want to put it like you specify the thing. And I'm going to specify the margin property as a 2 percentages and padding property as same thing like 2 percentages and border radius 5 pixel. And like that, like I will be let's see how our UI looks like. Later we can go with the other things. I have created the here as a user section. For that, I have given some CSS. Let's see. I will provide the box shadow. It will give some difference or not. Like box shadow, I'm providing in the like 4 ways something like left, right, top, left, right, bottom, like that way. We'll use this thing, just like that way. It means something like for this particular user section, I have created as a width with the 25.3 percentages, 25.33 percentages, and with the just like some things like I have specified with the different animation, something like different way. This is the way like how we can create our back shadow. It means something some shadow is showing on beside to our thing, like beside to our thing. Like this is the way how we can write it our own way. Um, Suppose for the particular user section, if you want to put something like some image about the particular user or something, that also like we can do with that. Like I'm going to create an image SRC for that. IMG tag with the SRC equal to either local image paths you can give in it or just like either online URL path, something like already we have copied so many images paths. Let's provide them same thing like. And I have given as something like our user images, and for that like I'm going to give as a class as a user pic. The particular user pic like I can provide a different CSS property something like so that it will be looks good instead of showing an valid and width as 100 pixel and border radius or something like. I need to show in the rounded edge. You see now it will be showing a bit round in the like for the image like this is the way like how we can bind our image over our back shadow thing like over our back shadow thing. That is the way like how we can achieve this type of things something like in the easy manner. We can easily specify our things. Next, I will show like how we can link up something like third-party external some of the font icons based on by using the class name so that we can see our images like with the dynamic things. With the tag, let's see for that. Let's say something like font awesome. CDN for HTML. Just like for example, let me take the our CDN of that one like particular like CDN so that we can link up our CDN link so that like we can easily use the classes so that like we'll be getting our images over there. Let me put the same CDN URL in our something like in the head section. I have linked up that one, and with the help of that one, like I'm going to provide our font awesome classes so that like we can easily get the thing something like our icons. Let's see like next to the user or just like before to the user, I'm going to create some of the icon tags so that it's just like based on the class name, it will auto consider our images so that like it will be loading. FA icon, FA icon car or something like some other thing. We see now our car image came. We see now our car image came in the just like with the help of the class name. The what are the CDN we have loaded? It means something like it's an third party. It's a third party phantasm icons. So that based on the simple class name, so it will be auto coming our name. I mean like particular images. We can have it. For example, I need for the phone. You can specify something like same like with the I tag like they are possible like instead of car we can specify as mobile. See if you see now that mobile icon came. If on some other thing like we can specify that as well. Something like Facebook or Facebook icon came. If you want the Twitter, we will get the Twitter icon. Like that way, we can easily specify our images, like whichever you want to link up to do it. Like we can easily do it, like what are the social media or anything, like whatever is required for you guys. You can easily load the thing like based on the user information, or just like user requirement. We can easily do it with that. This is the way how we can link up our external third-party library to our HTML or simple CSS thing. That is the way how we can do that link up between like one things to other things. Something like it's an easy manner. We can easily bind our CSS with the help of something like third party to the normal party. That is the way like how we can do it. You can link up an external CSS into our HTML web page in head tag, link tag, head and link tags. That is the way how we can link up something like some third party CSS to our view or just like something like we can easily do it, some other third party things and all like I can say it. And as well as today we have seen something like in the CSS class 6. I can say something like we can link up our external CSS into our HTML web page with the head and link tags. And I'm going to tell about some like before we have discussed about our back shadow, right? Like back shadow, or just like some other like border radius related things. That also I can share in our some like examples so that you will be having more clarity. I just like checking that one. Like I will write the note for that as well. Something like normal back shadow. It will be to make an particular card different from other cards. To just like look and feel like we can change the easy way. And whereas the border radius, it will just like to make an particular color from square to circle or curve. That thing like it's possible with the help of border radius. If I inspect and just like try to show you guys so that it will be more clarity to understand. Like if I inspect there, it's showing an user image like our class, right? If I'm going to increase this one something like border radius instead of 5 pixel, suppose if I'm making like this is a proper circle. If you see now, this is a proper circle. That is an proper circle. Like it depends on the need. Like you can easily specify our CSS properties so that like you can suppose like what are the height and width you will be specifying it. If you specify border radius half of this, like it will become as a circle. But if you make as a like 5 10 pixels, like it will be some of the curve. That depends on the need. Like you can specify easily what are the points like you want to create it. The curve like also it looks good or something like you want. If you see now for the this user section, I have given as a border shadow with the pi pixel. See, if I'm giving as something like thing, top one thing like it's getting increased. Like if I'm giving the thing like the left and right, like it's getting increased. And then that is the thing. Like if I specify as zero, it won't getting applied. Something like what are the thing like it's getting applied, like it's getting applied. Like that is the way our border shadow, like we can apply the CSS in our easy manner to a particular HTML element. That is the way we can inspect and just like we can change it and just like we can copy paste our HTML so that it will be we can have a more clarity instead of like directly changing in the our file and just like coming and checking like every time. Like we can easily in the inspect like we can change it and we can replace we can come here and we can replace the CSS like whatever we have modified. That is the easy thing. Like we can just like change the dynamic CSS with the inspect way. This and all like we can do it in the easy manner. And now I'm going to explain about particular import CSS. Particular import CSS, like how we can do it with the help of something like our import CSS, like how we can do it. And how we can link up our external import CSS with our CSS, with our
Hello?
HTML page, just like the external CSS that I will show now.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah. So in night tag, you mentioned car, mobile, Facebook,
correct,
some
correct.
pic. So what is that FA?
Yeah, yeah. That FA is there something like that is an one module like which it will be coming from this font or some icons, something like that is a third party library.
Okay.
FA in a sense, this is a font awesome. That is
Okay,
the thing
okay.
like which is an FA.
So where we can get like this?
Yeah.
Um,
In the online like you can check like font awesome like CDN. I have such the same way, right? Font awesome for the city and like even the WS course or some other third party things also. Like if you go there, like it will show something like multiple libraries. You can easily copy that. I mean, like that link tags, and just like you can just like paste into our HTML, and you can easily get that one.
oh, okay.
Yeah, that is the way like how we can just like any library we can easily include in the head tag with any third party libraries. We can easily include like this either link tag basis. I suppose if you're writing the JavaScript, like you can include with the script tag inside the head tag that you can understand in the JavaScript. Like welcome into JavaScript library that you can easily
Mm,
understand it.
yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to create two files something like one is an import.html and one is something like import.css. Control Alt S, I'm doing it in the import CSS, import.html and import.css. For the import.css, I'm going to put in just like simple body right now. And I will explain all the things, but I'm going to write now particularly body right now. And just like yeah, I will explain other things as well, something like right now simple I'm creating the body tag. Is that just like the background as in sky blue. These are just like simple like I have created here. And in the import HTML, something like how you can link up in the import HTML file, how you can link up something like with the easy manner. It means like how you can include to our web page to just like reflect our CSS over there. I'm going to create an HTML router with a head tag. And in the head tag, you can include with the help of something like style attribute as internal CSS, however we'll be writing it, like at the rate import and space URL of like our CSS path. As we are having in the same folder path, I'm giving as a direct file name and semicolon. This is the way how we can include the our import CSS or import CSS. I'm going to open in this file in the browser. See, our sky blue color came for the background of the particular web page, browser, body, content. Web page, browser, body, content. It means, but in the production mode, this is not preferable, but this is the way. It's not preferable, but this is the way also there. Like if there is some like requirement, you can do it. Like in the might be in the some of the libraries, like we can use it. It means something like with the help of something like multiple CSS file. If you want to merge into the single file, like you can do it in something like a production or something, but not in all the cases. But not in the all cases. Let me create some of the elements with just like another list or something. With the just ID as a top now, the multiple list items something like home, about, and I'm going to create and something like with the service tag. Next is something like contact tag. And with the different things, something like you can have it our own way, something like whichever items you want it, you can have it our simple things. Next, I'm going to put here something like H1 as a for welcome back to import CSS page. And H2 as something like maybe for example, and within the section tag, ID as a container, and with the multiple sections like div. And I'm going to give as a class as a service, same class I'm going to give it. Like instead of duplicating all the things, something like 1, 2, 3, the multiple things like I'm going to create it. Okay, I can create it like that. Like let me put something like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, like that. This I have created some of the elements for that. With the CSS media query, like I'm going to explain this example, how we can make our based on the each screen sizes, based on the each screen sizes. And we have so many things, right? Like for the container, H1 tag, H2 tag. I'm going to create some of the CSS for that so that it will be look and feel will be good. For the H1, like I'm going to create a color like red and font size 20 pixel. This is 20 pixel or something. And this like texture as center. Okay. This is something like for the particular container. Display as a flex. I need to display in the flex way. And flex wrap as a wrap. Let's wrap as a wrap. And I'm going to put in something like our wrap width with the just like 80% and margin as auto. And now, what are the common service class I have created for all the like the chain dealers? For that, like I'm going to put the for some of the properties, something like texture and as a center, and like padding top as a something like for like 80 pixel, and I'm going to give as a background as a black. The which are the colors you want to like it, you can give it like color as text, color as weight, and height as a, for each card like I need to put as a 120 pixel card and margin as a 2 percentages, width as a 21 percentage. This is the way like how I have created it. And as well as one more thing, like we have something like now, right? Just I'm refreshing it, like it's created right automatically. And like what are the like our and like cards are available. They're just like top nav with ID. I'm going to put some CSS for the like, let's see like display as flags and background as black.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes for height you're using pixels, and for sometimes you're using percentage symbol. Can we use any one of that?
Yeah, in most of the cases, like you need to prefer the percentages
Mm-hmm.
because something like I can say, like if you want to the responsive websites, like suppose if you want to create it, like that time like percentage is preferable. But like we have
Yeah.
so many ways, something like VW, EM, and PT, PX, and so many ways are there. Like most of the cases, like we need to prefer our percentages itself.
Okay.
Like depending on the like we can go it, but if you want just like create the responsiveness, that time like most of the cases like we need to go with the percentages. I will show that one. Like, and for the top now, like ID, like for the, just like we are having the li tags, for that like I need to provide some of the padding, just like as we need some of the gap between like one to one, 10 pixel, 20 pixel, 30 pixel, like you can see now our health got created. However, at the end, like it's came in the like header way. You see now, it's created in a good manner. However, you want to create the beacon feed. Now, as I told, like in this example, we are going to discuss about the media queries, right? Mainly, the media queries, like which you will be using for CSS comments, something like this, like we can have it. Media query user to find user computer window width. I'm going to like with the different media queries so that you will be having more clarity on that each media query. Like I will show like how it will work. I'm going to put there something like minimum width is something like 100 pixel and maximum width is there for something like 600 pixel. The great media query, I'm going to put in different CSS. Just like background, I'm putting as a pink color, just for you guys understanding like how it will get applied. And for the service, I'm going to put as a width as a 96 percentages. And top now, the right as we are having right like padding and flexing the different. If you see now, this is how we are having a mobile. Is the thing right? Like if you see, suppose this based on just like different thing like. We see now, I have reduced into that much weight, something like if you see now, our background it become as a pink color and downside for each row it's creating single card, right? Based on the screen width. That is like as we specified our at the rate media query, if it's on something like minimum width is 100% and maximum width is 600 pixel. This is the maximum 600 pixel I can say it. We see now this is 526, 528, 546, 551. It's showing top. You guys can see it like 596, 600. If it's a 601, it's changing the color. That is the responsiveness. It means something like single application okay supportable by the multiple devices. Single application can be supported by the multiple devices. I'm going to write in different media queries so that you guys will have more clarity of what I'm doing it like. Now I'm writing as something like minimum as 601 pixel and maximum as 800 pixel like. One more I'm going to write as something like from the 800 pixel to maximum 1000 pixel. And for 1000 pixel one I'm going to put as a green color, and for the each service like I'm going to put as a width as a 46%. And for this one like I'm going to same thing like not this one like this is just like this will be just like a normal like I won't specify any width for this like for this screen. And for just like this one background as a green color, this one as a blue I'm going to put it. We see now it's applying a green color. If we see like a responsiveness something like it's an pink color, after this blue color, after this green color. That is the way how media queries it will work. The media queries in the sense nothing like it will be a single application. It should be supportable by the multiple devices. If you see now, for a single row, it's showing two columns. I mean, like in a single row, it's showing in two columns. Whereas if I reduce to so much, it's in something for a single row, it's in one column. So if we increase to the green one for a single page, I mean like single row, it's showing in four columns. That is the way how our media queries it will work. With the help of other media queries, it will work. Yes, in the starting class I have explained about in the head tag, we will be having meta tag, right? Like that is a meta information. I have explained about HTML meta, right? And in that I have explained about one property called viewport, right? I mean like viewport I have explained the like one of the HTML meta property that with the help of that meta viewport that it will be working like whatever we are doing the design thing internally it will hold that viewport and our content equal to width equal to device width and initial scale is a 0. Just a 1.0 like you can choose. And however, like we'll be doing it, like it will be just I'm taking like based on that viewport screen only, and like that is the way how it will internally find it, and just like how it will be applying our other things. That viewport usages with the help of just like resizing the things with the help of different media queries. That and all like it's possible with the CSS as well. It means we can make the website as a responsive. Any doubt in the like other media queries? If any doubt, you guys can ask, please. Okay, so there is no doubt on that. This viewport in the sense something like what is the purpose of it? Like I will be making a note for you guys so that you will be having more clarity on that. Like it will be how it will be working is something like to make our website. It will be good for all the websites. I mean like for all the like devices It means a single application it should be getting used by the multiple devices. Multiple devices. It means something like mobile device, laptop device, other desktop device. Everything like we can have single application itself. Like they can easily see our view very well. Instead of creating the multiple applications, with a single application, we can create our viewport basis. And the setting the viewport, it just like variant was just like it in the device to device, it'll be smaller, just like mobile screen basis and all. Like we can just like sets our width of the particular page of the following screen width base sizes. Internally, dynamically, it will read and it will be setting our device width so that like it's an applying our CSS. It's applying a CSS. With that device, it automatically internet reads and it's set to our web page. That is with the help of CSS media queries. CSS media queries. That is the CSS media queries. Like how our CSS will work and how it will be available and how can you easily understand how I mean like media queries will work for the design screens and all the things. And now I'm going to explain about CSS positions. If any doubts you guys can ask. Now I'm going to explain about CSS positions, and I'm going to explain about this position property. This position property, what is the position? What is the position? This position in the sense something like it is a one type of property. It's a property and which it specifies the type of positioning method. Type of positioning method used for an element. And we have there are five types of different types of positions are available. Position values, and we have something like static position, next is something like relative position, and next is something like fixed, and next is something like absolute, and next is something like sticky. These are the main five positions which is available in the particular web browser. I mean web browser. However, this element CSS it will be getting applied, and the default position of the apply element is an node. It's a static. Static is default position. Static is default position for CSS element. I mean the CSS position for HTML element. For HTML element. With the above that position static property, I mean like what is the static is a by default position and how it will be getting applied for a particular element in the web page. Particular element in the web page. And now I'm going to show out just like one example, like with the help of position static, like how it will be getting applied with our web page. And I'm going to create in the example file called something like in the same or examples folder. just like CSS example one or two. And with that, like I'm going to challenge something like our just like I'm going to create and with that, like with that is an example, the HTML elements, just like our body content, and before that, like I'm going to provide something like internal CSS, just like for checking our CSS, and I'm going to put in something like for the static class div dot static for the div, like I'm going to put in different positions, and I'm going to provide a CSS call something like position as static, and border as something some border I'm going to put it something like with the same div tag. I'm going to create a class as a static. As I have mentioned, the static class CSS, it is a position with static value. Let's see like how our browser it looks like. This is the static example. However, but it's getting applied with the position as a static. However, position static it's got applied. It means that static in the sense something like an element with the static is not positioned in any special way. It is way to according to the flow of the page. It means with the help of static, no, like it doesn't make any sense. Static in a sense is not positioned in any special way. It is always positioned according to normal flow of the page. Normal flow of the page, like it will be getting applied. Whereas next is something like position relative. With the help of the relative thing, like what is the relative in the sense something like the whichever the element position is relative is positioned relative to its normal position. Normal position. I'm going to show an example for that, like it's relative. And for that, like I'm going to provide something like our div with the just like a relative position. The just like position as a relative some border content, some of the pixel, solid, some color, something like a green or blue or anything. And like we can apply that one like just like after some properties. If you see in our browser, it will be just like related to some position, like wherever the elements CSS and all, like if we're trying to specify it, like it will be just like applying everything like either left, right, or top or bottom or just like anything like you can apply the position and relative. And next is something like our next property called position fixed. Next position called fixed. If you put some CSS for a particular div or something, it doesn't move anytime. Like either by scrolling also, it is an fixed position. There will be nothing like if you're scrolling also, it doesn't move it. Like it will be just like in the only one place. I'm going to specify the position as a fixed and bottom as a zero. I'm going to fix in the one place and bottom as zero, right as a zero, position as fixed, width as a 300 pixel, and bottom with some color. The design fixed, like if you're scrolling also, it doesn't move it something like it is only one. If you see on the top content, like it's then rotating it, but whereas something like downside one, it's an fully like only one place solid, right? It means something like if you see now, if I'm scrolling also, the content is not moving. That is the fixed one. It means like it's stick to one position. You can mention something like is positioned related to the viewport. It means like it doesn't move while scrolling as well. We're doing something like scrolling also, like it doesn't move it something like in the position as a fixed something like that. And one more something like absolute. And like I can say something like absolute nothing but yeah. One more is something like absolute is nothing but yeah. It's just like his position related to the nearest ancestor. Nearest ancestor in the sense something like instead of like position related to the viewport, it's like just like fixed so that it will be just like taken to the viewport basis. Like this way, like we can apply the particular absolute position, something like it's just like a position related to the nearest ancestor. It means something like it's just like nothing and something like instead of instead of instead of view or position related to viewport like fixed, it's a just like it's a dynamic something like wherever the nearest element like absolute means like what the CSS like will be specifying it, like it will be absolute to the particular place. It will be absolute to the particular place. I'm going to create an example for this thing like whatever related div is there now already. Like for that one, like I'm going to apply the absolute related thing. I'm going to put in something like one more div called the class as a absolute, and with that just like I'm going to put in something like it is an position with absolute. The position with absolute. And for that, like I'm going to put in our CSS, just like whichever the absolute position, I'm going to put it something like div dot absolute, and which will be just like position as absolute, and either like top zero, bottom zero, not the top zero, like there is something, some of the pixel, something like 80 pixel or something, not pixel, and right at zero. I'm going to specify something like some of the width property with the 200 pixels and height as 100 pixels, and something like some border to just like differentiate how our looks like. Like I'm going to put as something like 3 pixel with a solid green. And one more thing, like with the relative, just like I'm going to update on my height and width property for that, just like it will be good thing to see, like width as a 400 pixel and height as a 200 pixel. We see now with the just like relative, like what is happened, like what are the CSS like we have passed based on the, like it's hard to align our my content to just like the way the whoever you have treated as something like my absolute, it's automatically it can, like it doesn't depend on anything, like wherever you have placed it, like it will be taking the our absolute position. If you see the relative, like it's taking the total thing. Whereas if you see that this one, like it's taking only that space. It doesn't take the other things, it will be focusing on the only current element where it should be getting displayed. That thing only, like it will be considering on our CSS position as the something like absolute. Position as a absolute. Whereas the sticky, last one is sticky. The sticky in the sense something like I can say it is just like his position based on the scrolls. His position based on user scroll position. Like whenever the user is scrolling something, like and in a particular a sticky element toggles between a relative and fixed. It means in between like both of the things, like the sticky it will be holds something like it will be just like based on like it will be taking relative until a given offset position, and whenever it will meet with our viewport, then sticky like it's just like fixed. If you move to the last scroll down position, that will be just like it will be applying that one. And let me show one example with the sticky how our CSS gonna affect things. How CSS gonna affect the things. Just like I'm going to give class as a sticky. I'm going to give as a class as sticky, and I'm sticky. I have provided it like some of the div content. Like I'm going to provide as something like some content, static content with the downside to just like scroll the sum of the elements, to scroll the sum of the elements, and style equal to our padding top or something like I'm going to give as a like 1000 or 2000 pixels so that I need to get the scroll for that. Let me put some of the content and just type a paragraph there. They're just like some of the static content, either anything like you can put it something like position with a sticky value. Let me record something like so that I can. I'm going to put in multiple times something like let's see how our sticky it will work. Like I need to provide a CSS for the sticky something like div.sticky. With that, I'm going to put something like position as a either sticky or web sticky, like whatever you want it, you can put it. and I'm going to put a position as a sticky that normal like WebKit sticky like if you use it normal also we should pass it because it's for the browsers compatibility. It means something like one browser to one browser, other browsers compatibility supporting issues and all like you can check with that like WebKit related things. And I'm going to put something like background as a and yellow. Some of the color like you can put it and border as 2 pixels solid. There's some color code I'm going to put in some kind of code yeah 50. If you search on the Google, like we'll be getting our color codes. If you see search on the Google, if you see now, uh, okay, it came with a different file. Sorry. Yeah. If you refresh now or something like, if you see, it can scroll still, but the whenever my user scroll, it moves to the particular like view. I mean a viewport, so that like it doesn't move that one. Like it will be on the only one place. Like it will be fixed. Sometimes like it will be working as a fix. Sometimes like it is related to the Islamic position. If you see now, suppose let's take after that like sticky thing. Like if you put some like view content, let's say like how it will go to top. You guys easily can differentiate between that and that. You see now that after the sticky like whatever I have put in after this div tag, but still it's still going to top, but that our M sticky is stick down to one position. This is with the help of position as a sticky. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear or any doubt in that? Please respond.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, hope it's clear. That's it for today. Any doubts you guys can ask, or else something like we can wind up the call. Today we have completed the CSS totally, and in the next class, like we can go to the bootstrap. I will be giving some examples so that you guys have practice and just like send the what are the like assessment I will be giving it. Let's just like do the things and send to me in the personal WhatsApp so that I can just like check and correct it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much all of you for joining and